morning. It's about 6:30 in the morning. I just woke up. I think I'm gonna try and finish up City of Bones because I almost finished it last night and go from there. Alright, happy readathon! Hello! It's about 10 o'clock now. I lied about my last update. I actually finished City of Bones last night and I started Rune and Rising. So I'm now eating breakfast with my girlfriend and I'm gonna try and do some more reading. Alright? Okay, hi, I'm back. It's about 2:30 right now. My girlfriend and I just went out to this really great Greek place for lunch and forgot our food there, so the guy came back and brought it back to us. We're just having a good time. We're having a nice, relaxing day out. Of course, you know, when it's our personal readathon. But today I've read about 14% of Rune and Rising by Lee Bardugo, and I started it today. I read like a first few pages on my phone at like 6 in the morning and then passed out and then woke up and read more. And my girlfriend Angela has been reading too. So what have you been reading?
Oh, I have been reading Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid.
Ooh.
Because you had us read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo together, and it was really good. It made me cry.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I started today at like page 85, and when we stopped I was at like 120 something.
Oh, nice.
So good, like 40 pages.
Yeah. Alright, so that's our update for now, and I'll see you later when we're actually reading.
Okay, we're good. Yeah, this one's really pretty. Yeah, it's really pretty. This one's like a slow fizzer. It's super frothy.
So cool.
To me, it smells like very candy-y, like marshmallow-ish. Yeah. There's cornstarch in this guy too, so when you bathe in it, it gives you that silky feeling when you get out. Like, you know, when like you slip into pajamas after you...
Okay, so it's about 6:15, 6:30, and we're finally back from going out. And we are gonna go read some now. I read a bit in the car, but now we can both read. Yeah. It's Tuesday, it's about 2:30, and I'm just sitting in the car reading, waiting for my girlfriend to get out from Stop and Shop. I checked my ebook version of Rune and Rising from Scribd, and it has a bunch of extra stuff, so I'm actually probably like about halfway through the book now. I think I like Siege and Storm best, the second book of the series, but this one is definitely really good. Right now, it seems like we're getting to see what the main climax of the book is going to be. I definitely really like it, and I'm really intrigued how it's going to end, because it feels like it can't end at a third book, you know? But it's definitely really good, and I think I'll finish it today, tomorrow if not today. So yeah. Another quick update, so we found out the Darkling's real name, and now we're finally getting lore on Morozova, which is really cool, and I'm very excited. I definitely see why this is the last book, but again, it feels like there should be more books in this series focusing on Alina versus the Darkling, you know? So I'm definitely gonna be reading it very quickly. So it's like 8:30 at night. I just had the cat sit on my lap for like half an hour, and it was amazing. And I think I'm about halfway through Ruin and Rising. And now Angela and I are going to play a new board game. I'll update you later when I'm actually reading again. Look at this good cat. I love him. Oscar! Are you stuck in there? Hi. Come here. Good morning. It's about 10:40. I slept in today. I'm reading Rune Rising on my phone right now. I'm at chapter, I think, 15, so I don't know how it's gonna end, and it's almost done, which is very weird, but I am currently eating breakfast. You can see it here. I'm gonna eat a Greek strawberry vanilla yogurt and some honey bunches of oat. So that's my morning. I'm definitely gonna try and finish Rune and Rising today, and then I'll probably pick up Frankenstein to catch up on reading for class. So you'll see that. It's raining out, so it'll be nice and cozy to stay in today. So yeah. Hello again. It is about 2:45 on Thursday. I just finished Rune and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. I gave it about a 4 out of 5. I personally really love Siege and Storm way more than Shadow and Bone and Rune and Rising. I felt there was a lot more action and things going on, and it didn't necessarily feel predictable, but it felt like it could end, where I felt Rune and Rising had a very abrupt ending, and I had no clue how the series was going to end, knowing it was only a trilogy, and then suddenly having a plot twist that suddenly very quickly ended. I realized I never actually gave a description of the book, so this is the final book of the Grisha-verse trilogy, where the Darkling has come and like he's taken over, everything's going on, and Alina and her ragtag group of Grisha and others have to go fight the Darkling, figure out what to do, get the third amplifier. because the Darkling has basically taken over Ravka, and he's trying to kidnap her, take over, and it's very complex and bad. Nikolai is honestly my favorite character, and he has a very interesting arc in this book where interesting things happen, and I'm very curious how the King of Scars duology happens. I ended up spoiling myself a bit when I started Siege and Storm, where I was like, I don't remember this character, who is he? And I fell down a little rabbit hole and spoiled myself for the ending of Siege and Storm, and then saw a little spoiler about the King of Scars, so I was like, oh wait, this trilogy can't end the way I think it will, or the way anyone would expect it to, but it did. So I'm very confused as to what that means, or when the King of Scars duology takes place, even though we get the name King of Scars at the end of Ruin and Rising. So I finished that book, and I'm waiting for my girlfriend to finish up work. It's raining out. I don't know if you can hear the rain patter against the car windows, but right now I'm trying to catch up on my reading for class with Frankenstein. I'm rereading a little bit of what I've already read just to remember what's going on and where I left off, because it's been probably close to a month since I actually read it. But I've read this before. I really loved the book, and after that I actually, one moment, I have One Dark Throne by Kendari Blake, which is the second book in the Three Dark Crowns series, and I absolutely loved Three Dark Crowns. It got me out of a reading slump, and I've been waiting to read this book because I just absolutely love this universe. But I know if I want to be good, I need to catch up on my school reading. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit here, read Frankenstein for a bit, and then maybe start reading One Dark Throne. I know later Angela and I are going to be playing Stardew Valley Co-op because I've been bugging her for probably 2 months to play it with me when we're not physically together, because we're a bit long distance right now while I'm at school. But I'm forcing her to play it with me while I'm actually here, and then we're going to play Ticket to Ride again because it's a really fun board game, and we'll see where the night takes us. Alright? Hey guys, so it's me. It's Friday at about, I think, what is it, 1 p.m.? No, like 1:30, I think. 1:30, 2 o'clock. I just finished my reading of Frankenstein for class. I also realized that all the clips I've taken beforehand have been in portrait mode, so that's going to be fun to edit, and from here on out I'm going to try and do it landscape, see if that works out a little better. I am very new at this. This is my second video I'm filming, so now I'm going to be starting One Dark Throne. This is my little book sleeve that I made myself. One Dark Throne is the sequel to Three Dark Crowns by Kendari Blake, and it takes place at the start of the Ascension year when the three queens are, 16 now. They're about to go and try to kill each other to have one queen to take the throne, and continue the cycle. So I'm very excited to see how it plays out. I called the final ending to Three Dark Crowns very early on in the book, but I was really excited to see that it happened. And I'm excited to see how all the little twists and turns at the end play out now. Because I'm just very excited. And I really love that book. It was a 5-star read for me. I absolutely adored it. And just the covers are absolutely beautiful. I love it. So now I'm just gonna read in the car and actually get some nice footage of you seeing me read. So let's go.
How's your pizza?
It's really good.
Yeah? You gonna miss it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, in a few months you'll get to live here. And you can have this whenever you want. What did you like most about the trip?
You.
What are you gonna miss the most? Okay, but like, besides just me.
Oscar.
Oscar, the cat?
The cat. I love him.
I'm glad. I'm glad he could make the experience better for you.
I'm glad I didn't have such bad allergic reactions to him.
Yeah.
Like, I was really expecting to suffer, and I didn't at all.
It was really good.
Yeah, save that one day where I didn't take the meds.
Right.
Like the night, I think.
Yeah. What are you eating there?
Pizza.
Oh yeah? You put anything on it?
Nope.
Just regular?
Yep. Get a shot of the nice.
Yeah,
pie.
here's what's left. I took a picture earlier.
Okay, yeah, but you still gotta get the nice footage.
That's right.
It's like you don't even know how to vlog.
Well, I'm just a junior YouTuber.
Yeah. We don't even have a channel.
I do, I just don't use it for content.
Yeah, like your 5 Twitters that you don't use for content. Hey, so it's Wednesday, the 27th, and I forgot to film a little wrap up for my readathon. I also forgot to tell you guys what One Dark Throne is about. I have now finished it. I finished it I think Sunday night. Monday night I finished it. So it's the Ascension year for the 3 Queens of Fenburn, which means they are now able to officially go and kill each other and have one left to take the throne. So it's all about them either feeling uncomfortable with that idea and not wanting to kill their sisters because they still remember growing up with each other and being like sisters and being close to one another, or they're like, let me fucking kill you. I'm ready to take the throne. I don't care what I have to do. Katarine definitely gets a lot more character development with what happened at the end of Three Dark Crowns, which I really like. I really like that it took kind of a gothic spin where we see her really becoming a lot more charismatic and a lot more like nihilistic of it, and it's really interesting. Arsinoe is honestly my favorite character, but Katarine is up there too now. Arsinoe definitely gets her focus. We get to see her grow with her gift that has finally started to show up, and it's really cool to see that happen and how she's able to grow that. And just seeing how Mirabella's reacted with everything and how she's gone from being the queen that didn't want to hurt anyone to now realizing what she has to do. Definitely my only problem with these books is just that I don't understand how time works. There's no really heads up of how long it's been, where like I'd say at least the last quarter of the book, if not the entire last half, takes place over one day or one week at most, if it's if like a large part of the end it's just over one day. But then you have jumps that feel like it makes sense it would be months. Like, okay, now it's the start of the Ascension year, suddenly it's summer, and now what's going on, when are we? And there's no heads up. So I feel like if there was just a line being like, it's been months since and Katarine is now eating more belladonna berries or whatever, or just giving a heads up of like what the time skips are or time jumps are, it would be a lot easier to read. But even then, I devour these books. I absolutely love them. I gave this a 4.5 stars rating because I really only had that one problem. Honestly, I can't wait to pick up Two Dark Reigns when I get home from graduation, because I'm gonna devour it, and then I'm just gonna have to wait it's like 6 months, no, like a few months, like a season, until the final book comes out. I'm very excited for that. So I read that,
Over this readathon, I read City of Bones. That was the first book I read. I kind of started the readathon by finishing it, but I was reading that like up to the Monday that I started. I also finished the audiobook to The Night Circus, where City of Bones is by Cassandra Clare and The Night Circus is by Erin Morgenstern. City of Bones I gave 3 stars because it reads very, very mediocre. It definitely reads like it was written in like 2007, 2008, or whenever it came out. But I really do want to give the series a chance because I'm open to it this time. I remember a lot more and I'm intrigued a lot more than I was the first time. And even though like the romance threw me off, and I heard that it continues when I really don't like it, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna read this, bye. But now like I'm just gonna push through it and see if that's even true. But The Night Circus I gave 4.5 out of 5 stars. I really liked it. I really liked the atmosphere. The audiobook was really good. The voice actor, narrator, whatever you call him, set the atmosphere so wonderfully, and I absolutely loved it. It takes like a hot minute to get into it, and I did not know what was going on for the most part. I really like it. I really love Erin Morgenstern's writing style. It's very, very beautiful, but I wasn't the biggest fan of how the romance was set up and how the actual competition was. It's definitely not a story I would typically choose to read on my own. Like, the only reason I read it is because a Clockwork reader, Hannah, really loves it, and the little book club that formed from like the fans of the Bookmarked live show, which we're now called Between the Pages Book Club, we decided that to be our first monthly pick, so I listened to it and I really liked it. But it definitely isn't a book I would choose to read. So that's that. I read Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo, and I gave that 4 out of 5 stars. Siege and Storm is honestly my favorite of the series. It features a lot more action. We get the best character in the series, which is Nikolai Lantsov. He just brings a lot more than everyone else, and he becomes a main character where I feel like Alina is an interesting protagonist, and I really like the twist we get at the end with how her powers work and how she personally handles this common plot of fighting the big bad and having this huge fantastical fight to fight. But like this last book, it didn't feel like it was gonna end. I felt for like over half the book I was like, okay, I know this is the last book in the trilogy, but it doesn't feel like this is where it's gonna end. And then we got a plot twist, and it was a little dissatisfying, honestly. But I really loved the lore we got. I know in one of the clips of me reading, you could see my eyes like flash in surprise, and that was when I got a lore bit that was really cool to find out. Honestly, Siege and Storm was much better. And I'm very excited to go and eventually read King of Stars and get the chance to finally read Six of Crows. I've had that for over a year now, probably like 2 years, and I've been waiting to read the Grisha verse trilogy first. I know a lot of people say you don't have to, but I just felt like I should, just to understand it better in case there are any spoilers. But yeah, I just felt very dissatisfied until the end, though I love Leigh Bardugo's writing. After that, I read... What did I read? I finished up on reading Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, and by finish up, I mean just getting caught up for class, because I hadn't read for like a solid 2-3 weeks. And I've read it before, but I don't think I've read the 1818 edition, which is what we're reading, and it's a bit different. It goes a lot faster. I think a lot more was added for like the next edition that's like what everyone knows and goes to read. So it was nice to catch up on that and get up to where we are now, which is where Victor and his friend Henry Clerval are just kind of traveling around Europe, but specifically like England, and now he's going to work on his new project for the monster. and that's actually where I finished up today for class. But I read that, and then I picked up One Dark Throne, and I was just tearing through that bad boy. I absolutely loved it. I said I gave 4.5 stars. This was a really great reading week, and like I track all my reading in my reading bullet journal, and you'll see like my start to end dates. A lot of these books I finished in 3 days, and they're like at least 400 pages. I used to be a very slow reader, and still I'll have times where I'll just like slow down my reading pace to make sure I'm absorbing what I'm reading. I find I have to do that a lot for class reading, especially with Frankenstein, but like I'm enjoying reading so much, and it's so nice this past week to just be able to sit back and relax, spend time with my girlfriend, and just like be able to enjoy what I want to do and read what I want to read and really enjoy all these stories. Like, I just really love having this chance, and now unfortunately I don't get to do that because I have a lot of work. It's crunch time. I have like 6 weeks until I graduate and I'm done with college, which is crazy, but I have my thesis to do that I have to like write. I've only have like a very little bit done. I have all my class paperwork and stuff to do. It's insane. I have my internship to do and do that work. It's just, I'm very busy, but this week has been so great, and it's been really fun vlogging. Like, it's very interesting, and I think I'm gonna try it again in the future. So thank you for watching. I hope I get this up soon. Who knows? You will, because you'll be seeing this on YouTube when you see this. Wow, crazy. But again, thank you for watching. I'll have more of these up soon, hopefully, definitely when I'm living with my girlfriend. But yeah, keep on reading. Bye!